A Greek messenger stands at the gates of Athens. Behind him, the entire Persian army. 200,000 soldiers, the largest military force the ancient world has ever seen. In front of him, the Athenian council. Old men, politicians, men who've never held a sword. He delivers the message from King Xerxes. Give us earth and water, submit to Persia, or watch your city burn. These aren't just words. They're a death sentence wrapped in mercy. Submit, and your children grow up speaking Persian. Your gods forgotten. Everything erased. Resist, and the largest army in human history turns your city to ash. The Persian messenger is smiling. He's delivered this to 40 cities. 39 surrendered. Athens will be number 40. Then an old general speaks. His name is Miltiades. 5 words. We die on our feet. Put yourself there. You're an Athenian hoplite named Philippos, 25 years old, a potter by trade. You've never killed anyone. Your wife is 6 months pregnant. The baby is due in 3 months. You promised you'd be there. Now you're standing with 10,000 men. In front of you, across the plain of Marathon, you see them. The Persians. So many they look like a carpet covering the earth. Their armor glints like stars. They outnumber you 3 to 1. They have cavalry. You don't. They have archers who can blot out the sun. You have shields. The man next to you is breathing so hard you think he might pass out. You look at your spear. 8 feet of wood with an iron tip. This is all that stands between you and ever meeting your son. Then the trumpet sounds, and you start running. Toward them. So why would 10,000 Greeks charge an army 3 times their size? Not bravery, not patriotism. It's something the Persians don't understand. When you have superior numbers, your brain knows, I don't have to be the hero. Someone else will win this. You can hang back, let others take the risk. But when you're outnumbered, when you look left and right and there's no one else, every single man knows, if I don't fight, we all die. There's no backup, no reserves, just us. You stop thinking about survival. You start thinking about killing. Because the only way home to your pregnant wife is through 20,000 Persians. Now you're a Persian archer named Darius. 30 years old. 12 battles. Never lost. You see the Greeks charging across open ground. You laugh. They're charging? With no cavalry? This is suicide. Your commander orders. Loose! 5,000 arrows arc into the sky. But the Greeks don't stop. They're moving too fast. Your arrows miss. You reach for another arrow. Your hand is shaking. Because you can see their faces now. They don't look scared. They look like men who've made peace with dying. Like men who've decided if they die anyway, they're taking you with them. Then they hit your lines, and you understand. You've made a terrible mistake. 3 things happen at Marathon. First, the Greeks don't fight like soldiers. They fight like fathers who know their children become slaves if they lose. Philippos the potter kills 3 Persians in 30 seconds. Doesn't remember doing it. A fisherman takes a spear through his shoulder and keeps fighting. Doesn't notice until it's over. Second, the Persians realize numbers don't matter if your men don't want to be there. When you're 1 in 200,000, you can run. Someone else will hold the line. But 10,000 Greeks hit your lines like an avalanche, all thinking, kill or my son grows up a slave. Your numbers become a weakness. The Persian lines collapse. Not because they're cowards, because they're rational. They have homes in Persia, the option to retreat. The Greeks have nothing to lose. Everything they love is 26 miles behind them. Third, 6,000 Persians die on that beach. 192 Greeks. The largest empire on earth just lost to a city-state. Every Greek city is watching. They learn, you don't need the biggest army. You need men who have no choice but to win. 10 years later, Xerxes comes back. 600 ships, 200,000 soldiers, war elephants. They conquer every city in their path. Most surrender without a fight. But there's a pass, Thermopylae, the hot gates, and 300 Spartans are standing in it. A Persian general rides up, offers King Leonidas the deal. Surrender your weapons, go home. Leonidas says 2 words. Molon Lab. Come and take them. Xerxes sends 1,000 soldiers. Not one returns. 5,000. 3,000 die. 10,000. The pass becomes a graveyard. For 3 days, the largest army in the world tries to break through. For 3 days, 300 Spartans hold them. Xerxes watches from his throne. He's not angry. He's terrified. These men aren't trying to win. They're buying time. Every hour they hold, Greek cities behind them evacuate. Prepare. Leonidas and his 300 knew from the start they'd never go home. They're not fighting to live. They're fighting to die slowly enough that their sacrifice means something. On the 3rd day, a traitor shows the Persians a path around. Leonidas sees them flanking, sends most allies away, keeps the 300. When their spears break, they fight with swords. When swords break, daggers. When daggers break, their hands. Xerxes finally takes the pass, stepping over 1,000 Greek bodies, and 20,000 of his own. He's won, but he's learned. Greeks don't fight like normal men. They fight like men defending the only thing that matters: home. The Persian army marches to Athens, burns it to the ground. Xerxes stands in the ruins. He's won. Then Themistocles does something insane. 300 Greek ships. Xerxes has 600. Themistocles lures them into a narrow strait. Same tactic. Take away their numbers. Make it about will. 600 Persian ships crash into each other. Block each other. Sink each other. 300 Greek ships move through them like sharks. By sunset, the Persian fleet is destroyed. Xerxes watches from the hillside. He says one sentence: the Greeks are insane. He's right, but he's also wrong. They're not insane. They're desperate, and desperation makes you do math differently. When you have options, you calculate risk. When you have no options, you just fight. 1 year later, the Battle of Plataea, 100,000 Persians, 40,000 Greeks. The Greeks remember Marathon, Thermopylae, Salamis. They remember every time Persians said, "You can't win," they were wrong. The battle lasts 1 day. 50,000 Persians die. The rest run, all the way back to Persia. They never invade Greece again. Not because they can't, but because they finally understand you can't conquer people who have nowhere left to run.